Hey guys, Wim79 here from Battle Pirate Nexus, and welcome to another video of mine. Want to do something about, well, it's the raid, of course. We are doing a Defiance raid, so that's what this video will be all about. But the reason that my webcam is enlarged now for the moment is that on my previous videos somebody said to me that he loved the t-shirts that I'm wearing. So yeah, I'm Star Wars or Superman versus Batman, in this case Jurassic World. Yeah, I like original pictures because, well, the face I can't change, but at least I can wear a cool shirt, right? So we are gonna go through some slides. This is the second time that I'm recording this video. First one I made, I had an SOS, my game froze, I sent a ticket to Kixeye, and what I forgot was that I'm using the OBS, Open Broadcast software, and I'm using shortcuts on it. So while I was typing my ticket to support, I was getting my screen was going all over the place. Oh, excuse me for a minute, I need to sneeze. Okay, that was that. Allergic to tickets, can't say anything else. So here we go again, second video, same stuff. So before I go in on Defiance, free shoutouts. I got two this time. One was requested, the other one I'm giving for free. I will say why. First one goes to Bloodkiller from BS3 Alliance in Sector 428. Enjoy it, buddy. The second one, because it's afternoon now, this morning, well, for me it's afternoon in the time zone that I am at. This morning I was playing the raid because, well, last night I just went to bed. There were the game was stuck on all different things. The fleets were stuck, everything was on the map, nothing could launch, nothing could repair. So I said, screw it, let them fix it, I'm going to bed, I will see in the morning. So this morning everything was fixed, or so I could see. And so I hit a few A-sets, had a little chat here and there, watched the comms, and all of a sudden, I also said that I was gonna do a video on the A-sets, and a guy from comms said, oh, I wanna be in your video. Now, I don't do videos with webcams, but I told him, if you want, I can do a free shout out for you, but he never answered it. So, Spinner from S3C Alliance for the moment in Sector 106. This one is a shout out for you, bud. I hope you enjoy it. Now, back to Defiance. Defiance is a Holster raid in the April 2016, and well, it's the same format as the previous times. The level 101s are gone. It's 110 now, but 110, sorry, but I'm not gonna bother with them. I'm hitting A sets. I can do a full A set for 5 gold repair with my fleet, no row crew use, so I'm happy with it. It was just like the previous time, and it still is. So I can do 2 A sets, and then I repair for like 9 or 10 gold. So I really can't complain. Next up, what do I got here from pictures? BPN tips, tricks and tactics. This picture is up on our website Battle Pirate Nexus. It's a sticky on top, and everything that I found out about the game I will post there in the text regarding the pictures. Same goes for for X-Wolf and Nuke, my fellow BPN admin, but they don't use it that often, but hey, they are free to do so if they want. So if you have a tip, trick or tactic, you can post it in the comment section of this picture. Now, it's the reason that I'm saying this now is, well, it's kind of funny because back in the day I was the first guy who ever created a picture like this, and now I think you can't name any of the Battle Pirates pages out there that are not using a tips, tricks and tactics picture. And it's useful because, well, people comment on it, and the only thing you gotta do to see what tips are there is find this picture. Let's say you have a regular Facebook group. I post a link there from a video. 20 posts later, if people want to find my link, they have to go through all the previous the crap, sorry, that's posted later to find it back. Now, if there was a picture and I posted the link in it as a comment and say this is how I do it, the only thing then they have to look for is for the picture. So I think, yeah, it's useful. Now, as I said before, I was the first one to create this, came up with this, and now even Kickstarter has a tips and tricks post they do every month. So what can I say? If I can inspire people, that's why we are here for, right? The first picture like this that I created is now 20 raids ago. It was September 2014 and it was the Frostbite event, by the way. Just some regular info. That was the first time that I came up with this. Now, as a bonus, if any of you, on the picture on the right you can see BPN monthly Q&A from April the 1st until April 30th. So that's for the first month. This is the picture that we normally have on top of our page. So if anybody has a question regarding the game, it's really annoying for an admin if you're, let's say you're doing a post about a campaign and all of a sudden people comment on it and ask you something about the Forsaken missions or something else. So it's really annoying. That's well, it's a little chaotic. So that's why I came up back in the day with a Q&A picture. Now I started with weeklies, but now I'm just keeping one picture for the whole month. So if anybody has a question BP related, the right one is the picture to post it. The link to that picture is also added to the tips, tricks and tactics text, and also at Battle Pirate Nexus we always create albums, picture albums for everything, but also for every previous raid it has a picture album. So if you want the link for the Defiance, it's also included in the text, so just so you can find everything really quick. Now, Defiance, what am I hitting? What am I using? What row crews am I using? Stuff like this. This is a fleet that I'm using. It's posted a while back. I'm using this fleet to hit drag uranium bases. It's not the cheapest. If you want a fleet that can do drag uranium bases for 1 gold, this isn't the fleet, but I'm doing it with it. It can do 2 signs of the drag uranium base. I'm happy with it. Now it can also do subsector bases. It can do Forsaken missions, military strongholds, 85, 75. Drop a Warfred screw on it and put it out on level 71 salvages, and you can fill it up to 500%, dock, and use it to fastly upgrade your walls to level 7 or level 8. So yeah, stuff like that. You can do direct mining bases with it. So this video is about the raid, but my next video, little spoiler alert, will be a tribute to the Punishers. I got 7 built for the moment, this fleet of 4 and then 3 individual ones. All the setups in the next video will be explained. Why did I use it? Why did I build it like that? What I plan on doing with it? What other ships that I pair it up with? So be sure to check that out. I think that video will be created by the end of next week or in 2 weeks from now, because I need to be able to spend base parts to get lowered so I can fill up again. So that being said, what else? The fleet that you see it here isn't really the fleet that I'm using. I'm using the 4 Punishers, but I'm not using the Omega Behemoth as a lead hull here for the moment. I'm using either a Super Fortress for the cargo or just a regular gunboat. Now, I don't use a row crew because For the moment, I got 50 rogue crews. They're all filled out. I got 55 legendary ones, and I got 5 with the rare salty duck. So for the moment, if I would have a fearless blitzer or steelheads or sea serpents or a few others, those can be used to buff your rate a little bit, but from the 45, sorry, legendary crews that I got, I don't. It seems like I can do a full A set with this fleet for 5 gold. It seems a waste to use a legendary crew for it. So again, I know I talk a lot in my videos, sorry for that, but it's just that I want to try and explain before I show something. I want to explain what, why, when, how. So, and the general reason for that is not because I like my own voice, of course, but just so people don't waste anything in the game. Either it be time, refit a build, something on a turret, base parts, uranium, what a rogue crew even, whatever. I rather explain myself before I show something. It's the previous videos were like that, and well, I'm always hoping not to do it, but in this case also I just gotta have a little talk about in this case the rogue crews. I got a few friends who were saying to me, I'm doing a set for 2 or 3 gold. I even now have a friend, he posted a video, not gonna call his name, but everybody is not gonna know who I'm talking about. He is doing the A sets for 1 gold. Now you would say, whoa, 1 gold, 2 gold, 3 gold, and you're doing it for 5 gold? That's not bad. Yeah, well, there is a difference. I'm doing it for 5 gold and I don't use a crew. The persons who are spending 1 gold, 2 gold, or 3 gold are using grease monkeys. That's the worst, in my opinion, the worst crew to use, rogue crew, in this type of event. If you have a fleet that's already super cheap to use, with the exception if you are sitting on 50 grease monkeys crews, why on earth would you spend a legendary crew on that? Let me give you an example. A grease monkeys lasts an hour and a half. I timed my A sets. I can do my A sets in 11 minutes. Let's make it 12 for easy calculation. So that means in an hour and a half I can do 7 A sets. I need 5 gold to repair them, so 7 times 5 is 35 gold that I need in an hour and a half to repair this fleet over and over and over again. Now, let's say I use grease monkeys. Then I will need 3 gold. Not 2.5, not 2, well, maybe 2, but chances are I will need 3 gold. So, 7 times 3, that's 21. So instead of 35 gold, I'm gonna need 21 gold. So that's 14 gold that I have saved. So in an hour and a half, I'm gonna save 14 gold and waste it, that 14 gold, on a legendary crew. Not sure if the ball starts rolling, but that's stupid. That is utterly stupid. Grease monkeys, demolitions, even the limited one that you could get. Don't waste a crew, a valuable crew, on stuff like that. Now, does that mean that grease monkeys shouldn't be used in an event like this? Well, no, of course not. You can use grease monkeys, but for the love of God, do the math, do a little bit of calculation so you know when it's valid to use it. Because it even gets worse. I got friends who not only are doing it, but they are buying the extension of the grease monkeys. To use the grease monkeys for a second time, for another hour and a half, that's 60 gold. Why on earth would you spend 60 gold to save 14 gold? This is really bad for my blood sugars, for my blood pressure, stuff like this, but oh well. Let me explain you something, okay? If you have a crew, if you have a fleet that needs 18 gold or more to hit an A set in this event, 18 gold or more, and you have a grease monkeys, then you can say, okay, I'm gonna use the grease monkeys. Kill 7 of them, 7 assets, and then you can even say, after an hour and a half, I'm gonna spend 60 bucks, 60 gold, sorry, and use that crew again. Because from 18 gold, then will it be efficient, cost efficient to use it. But if you're spending 5 gold or less than 10, don't use a crew on this. It's just insane. And I know it's not only the repair time that goes to divided by 2, you get defense buff and stuff like that. It's still not worth it. Excuse me for that. Now, what else do I got here? I wrote a little bit stuff down so I don't forget anything. Well, I know for a fact for the second time it's going faster than the first time, so I'm gonna put this here, this back, then I'm gonna go to my base, loading the game, so we can hit an A set or 2 A sets. Gonna see that I'm at the right angle now. Yes, I am. Cool. Full screen. So yeah, I swapped my base design again to something that I got previously. Now it's not my design, by the way. I swapped a little bit here and there. I stole this base design from Wim79, and he got it from Insector Gadget. Both are admins from the Forsaken Alliance. Damn, Forsaken Council. I always say TFA, it's TFC, the Forsaken Council. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm using it for the moment, but well, it's always I need to search where certain buildings are, but oh well. Now, rogue crews I can't use because, as I said before, and I'm not lying, I will show you. All legendary except for 5. So 45 legendary and 5 rare salty dogs. So yeah, those are for the VXP weekend that should follow once the raid is done. Now I'm gonna change a few things to drop my I start and stop certain researches to drop my, how do you call it, resources in my warehouse. I need a drink first. My throat is sore. Damn. Okay. The fleet setup that you saw from these 4 will be included. The link, the Huggy link, in the video, in the description. It can also be found on Battle Pirate Nexus. Shared it a while back, so now coin repair this. Launch. The only hull that I'm thinking of building, I got one, is an Avenger with a speed system 5 on it, the ballistic defense, and a Gale 1, and that should give this fleet a boost the more damage that it gets. So let's do this. I'm at 8.7 million points. However, I already chose the 25 charts for the Proto Nemesis. I took the Revenge, the main hull, and also the new weapon. So I think I'm at 40 plus total. Normally I get my points, take a print screen, and afterwards I pick my prizes, but this time I will need to do some editing, because picture editing, because with the daily shards that change every day, every 24 hours, I said screw it, I'm gonna do this. Now From now on, I'm just gonna get as many points as I can until they reset the shards, sorry, and then have a look at what I wanna get, because there is a lot I want to get for the moment in this raid. This is the kind of raid that, well, it was a raid like this 2 years ago with New Year, where I needed 200 million points, and I said screw it, and I quit the game for 3 weeks, handed Battle Pirate Nexus over to my fellow admins. 3 weeks later I came back, of course, and since then I stayed, but well, it's... I always had, until then, had something when it was a raid. I was kinda like, well, Queen, Freddie Mercury. He has a song and it goes, I want it all, I want it all, I want it all, and I want it now. So most veteran players are like that. Even stuff that you know you're not gonna use or is useless. There are certain things that you want just for the collectible of it, so that you can say, well, this is my base, I've been playing for so many years, and this is the stuff that I got. So it's just fun to say that. And if you then have a raid like this, that it's a grind, but not really expensive, it's just very time consuming, but it's not expensive to do so, well, then you can get a few bonuses, of course. I created a Word document for myself, where I keep up with the points that I need for certain things, the stuff that I already picked, the stuff that I wanted to use, and the shards are a little bit confusing, so I'm not sure what that will cost, but at first I think without the shards I was looking at something of 130 or 150 million, so yeah. Now, truth be told, if you can do, I can do 5 A sets in an hour, that's 15 million. So if I can play for 20 hours, that's 300 million. So I can get it. The problem is, it's a grind, and I hate grinding. I can't do it on auto. Some of the players here in 106, and I got a few friends also, are doing it on auto, but no, I just think that's crazy. Then I'd rather drive. Now repair. So it's 1 gold repair for 80, I think. Yeah, I hit an 80. Now I'm gonna hit an 86. Now, what I normally do while I am doing a raid or my Forsaken missions, because that are things that, well, in the end you can do it with your eyes closed, in a matter of speaking. You don't have to look at it anymore. So what I like to do is either I listen to music, some music, or I watch a tutorial video from something, one of my hobbies, picture editing, music, whatever, on YouTube, or I listen to some series that I like, The Big Bang Theory, stuff like that, that makes me laugh and giggle. Or what I also do is, that's the perfect time for me to watch a YouTube show regarding Battle Pirates. Now, I'm gonna name a few pages here. Battle Vortex, I gotta be honest here, the new cast, guys that are running it now, I don't know any of them. So, full respect, I don't doubt they are good players who spend a lot of time on the game also, but I don't know them. Back in the day I watched the shows, but now I don't anymore. After that came Crips. From time to time I watch them. They're not bad. Everybody does what he does, so I'm not here to say something bad about other players. Everybody does what he does. So, but if I watch a video, if I watch a YouTube show, the one that I prefer, but that's just, well, personal choice, okay? I prefer the one from TFC, the Forsaken Council. Damn, I said it right this time, finally. That's the one with Wim79, Lucy, Insector Gadget, Ren, Andrew. He's the guy who does their graphics, but I want to mention also just that I never get a message from, hey, you forgot someone. So they did a video a few days back on well, a show about where JD Raken from Kixai came to the show and have a talk. So yeah, I still have to look at that one, but I'm not gonna look at it. I'm just gonna listen to it while I am doing my raid. So that's an hour. That's 5 targets later. So yeah, it's stuff like that that I'm doing. So I said it also before. I'm gonna keep saying it here again. I think I'm one of the few persons out there that I started doing these kind of tutorial videos. I'm gonna close this up. In January, beginning of this year, I said to myself, okay, people been bugging me enough for it. I'm gonna start doing these videos. Well, also the fact that my buddy X-Wolf created one, and well, that didn't help stop with people sending me messages saying, hey, and you. So yeah, that's why I also started. But I also made it a point to myself, I never have a problem with putting other people in the spotlight. And I didn't start in 2 weeks from now. Battle Pirate Nexus will be 2 years old. I didn't start the page to become famous, or a BP celebrity, or a BP legend, or whatever. I started the page to make a place where players can find useful info, where players can have a talk, a discussion in a friendly, non-trolling, non-hatred environment. And so far, so far I gotta say, well, I like what's happened throughout those 2 years with BPN. So I got a good fellow admins for the moment, X-Wolf and Nuke, but well, I don't forget who helped me back in the day. I had Fa, who helped me out a lot with the pictures and videos. I had Boomoo and Into Euphoria with ship designs. I had Choo Choo, who also helped me out with ship designs. But well, yeah, most people just quit the game, and well, it's tough for a fan page to stay alive, but it's also tough to keep the admins, because in time people are gonna drop out, are gonna say, I'm tired of this game, it's not worth it anymore, I'm done, I want to try something else. So yeah, I was also there for a few weeks. So okay, I needed 1 gold for the 80, now I did an 86, should be 3 gold. It's 3 gold, so 2 gold for the 86. Now need to hit the bottom for the 83. This is what I use for potting. I came up with it a few raids back, did the print screens, thought, okay, this is how I'm gonna do it. You can copy it, no problem. Is this the best potting? No, I don't know. This is just what I do, and it's cheap for me, so just pointing that out. And well, when it comes to other pages, I was saying that also, it's kinda, it doesn't give me hatred, it doesn't give me sadness, but I just need to be able to say it once. It kinda sucks to be a person who doesn't mind putting others in the spotlight, posting videos from them, telling their own names in a video of my own, and getting nothing in return. So there are a lot of people who are sitting in front of their webcam, and they will use the stuff that you post and do, but it's, well, disturbing in one way or another how many people are willing to say your name and say, well, I got this from that guy, or I found this info on that page and it looks interesting. And well, that's kinda because I do that, and it's frustrating that, well, I'm the only one. Now, don't get me wrong, I advertise other pages, and it's not because I am frustrated that I receive no, how do I say this, that I receive no respect back, because that's how I see it, that I'm gonna stop doing it. I promote other pages and I'm gonna keep promoting them no matter if they're willing to say my name Wim79 or my page or whatever. I don't care, but I just needed to say that once out loud. Here is kinda a tough spot. I gotta see that I don't stay there because the mortars are gonna hit on me then. Now here, kill that. Then go here. Because I got mortars coming from here and they're dropping here. Now as you can see, I got gales. 4 gale 1s and 4 gales 2s. They're great, but well, they can't handle that amount of mortars, so I gotta see that I keep driving. Always kill this building first. It's a defensive building, it gives a buff to the turrets, and the difference is huge. Without killing it first, I need 8, 9 or 10 hits to take out a turret, and 1, 2, 3, 4 regular hits to take it out. So yeah, it's a big difference. Be sure to always kill the turret. Also, there is not a single weapon here that's short range, so there are no Cerberus, no gargoyles, so you can approach it from here and hit the building. It doesn't matter. Your fleet doesn't gonna take more damage. So that should be my first A set. I will do 2, and I should be, this should also be 2 gold repair, so I should be at 5 gold now. I should be at 5 gold. Bonus 11 million repair. Yeah, 5 gold. So yeah, 2 hours 6 minutes. It's not bad, right? What is this? Yeah, I need to see the level that it is so I know where to enter. So yeah, you see, it's, for me it's a waste of time to drop a ledger and the crew on this, so it's just not worth it. Now yeah, last night lots of problems with the game. Everything was stuck and crashing. This morning also, when I recorded my video, I also had SOS and problems. I sent in a ticket, still no responses, but I take it they will have had a lot of tickets from these last days, so I'm always patient. I'm not a guy who sends a ticket and then 2 hours later says, oh crap, I'm gonna send another one because they're not answering me, they're ignoring me or whatever. I just send a ticket and wait. Sometimes it's 12 hours and I get a response. Sometimes it's 2 days, but so far I always got a response. It's not always the response that you prefer, but oh well. That's what I call feedback. Yeah. You send a ticket and you give them feedback, and I always ask for some compensation. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't, but oh well. It never hurts to ask, right? No. So yeah, as you can see, I can do 2 A sets in a row with this fleet for 9 or 10 gold repair, or 4 hours, and either 4 hours or 4 hours and a half. So yeah, before I go to bed, I hit 2 A sets, repair it on normal. Well, if the game isn't buggy. I think, I'm not sure, okay, but logic dictates, in my opinion. I think they are having server problems now due to the introduction of something new to the raid. What is new to the raid? Normally a raid starts, the code is loaded, the raid starts, and during those 4 days nothing changes. Now it's a 6-day raid, and what changes now is that well, it's a 7-day because they extended it with a day. What changes now is that during every 24 hours there will become a new shards will become online to hit to get the super hulls. So, and I think that piece of the code that is changing is screwing the game up. Could be wrong, of course, but it's just, well, weird and annoying. Um, 83 or 86. What's here? That's an 86, that's an 83. Okay. So far so good. I really want to get everything, but depending on the gold, it doesn't matter because this rate isn't going to cost me that much. I will get a lot of points, but what bothers me the most is the grind. That I miss the old days where you played the raid for 2-3 hours straight. You were done. You could start your build, hit bases, hit drag uranium, drag bases. Yeah, it was fun. Now, how long has it been since you had a raid where you could say, okay, I got everything that they released in 2 hours? It's always a grind for me also, and I hate it. A lot of the veteran players that I know say the same thing as me. They say, "One, wish they would quit with so much stuff." Also, the prize list. Well, not sure if I say it before. The prize isn't the prize list. Sorry, isn't that bad. A new hull to hit bases, a new weapon to go with it, concussive, primary, secondary range, but well, a few surprises also. I was kinda hoping to be able to get a second Phantom Tiger Shark. Now the Phantom Tiger Shark is in it, but the limit is still kept at only one, so they didn't. You can't win more than that, so that's kinda. I also think it's weird that. Could be that I went for it or not, I'm not 100% sure, but that they didn't include the Visago Proto Hunter. It's a special lead hull based on the Proto Hunter series, but and well, yeah, that they didn't include hulls like, well, the Zoe Rhino. I know you needed to do a campaign to get 5. I did that. You needed to do another campaign to get from number 6 to 7. So number 6 to 10. I didn't do that, but now I kind of regret it because I want 2 extra Zoe Rhinos for base guard, and I only have 1 in reserve. So, but I'll see what I will do. Most of the times now I'm building empty hulls first, ranking them up, then refitting them to use. For the moment I am refitting an existing Aegis, regular one, because I'm working on a new fleet again, and it's 3 citadels, a new that I haven't showed yet, tank Punisher, and it's my second tank Punisher. And what's so special about this one compared to the first one is that this one has countermeasures on it, and my first one isn't. So for certain things, yeah. So yeah, Aegis, Punisher, 3 citadels. Think it could work, could be useful for certain things. So, but as I said before, more about that in my next video. That should be a Punisher tribute video. Number 86. That's here. I know from what angles that I need to attack, so final one. And I'm gonna edit the video, see that I can post it today. Drink and drive. Not the best thing to do, but oh well. So yeah, as you can see, nothing with close range, so you can just go in, kill the building. What I then do is kill the frostbite, kill the executioners, depending on your countermeasures to hit mortars down, and then hit the mortars. The drag coaxials that are in there. Some use it, name it the Iron Curtain. I refuse to call it like that. It's a drag coaxial, it's as simple as that. However, it's an MPC version, so it's not the same one as we won in the campaign a while back. So ours has a primary and a secondary weapon. It can fire ballistic and shoot down missiles and UAVs. This one doesn't fire ballistics. It can, however, shoot down rockets, mortars, UAVs, and missiles. And it's very good at it. So yeah, for future vids, I got a few things in mind that I want to do. I also had back in the day, I always was thinking what new albums can I create with pictures, but for the moment, sorry, I'm okay with what's going on Battle Pirate Nexus. And truth be told, I changed the color palette a few weeks ago, and well, it's now gold, silver, black, and dark gray, and that was those were the colors that I had in mind for this page when I created it almost 2 years ago. Now you would say, well, if that was the case, why did you stick so long with blue and yellow and white? Well, for the simple reason that I didn't know how to create the logos, etc. And now I do. Now I work with GIMP, I work with Blender, I have a better understanding of how to create certain things in I'm gonna say Excel, but it's really OpenCalc, because I don't use Microsoft Office. I use OpenOffice. It's a freeware version from it's a Linux version, let me say it like that. So I prefer open source stuff. OpenOffice, open source. GIMP, open source picture editing software. Blender, open source. 3D picture creating object animation. You can do a lot with it. The video that you're seeing from 20th Century Fox, I'm using it for the second time now, also comes from, it's created in Blender. You can create it from scratch, but I'm not gonna lie here, it's a Blender file that I download, spend a little time on it, editing and tweaking it, but it gives a good result. So it's not that you go on a page, type it in, and 10 seconds later you have the video, because, well, it's rendering, and rendering takes a long amount of time. It's okay with pictures, but if you want to render animation, well, that's long. For those, I said it before in the previous video, for those 16 seconds of an intro, I needed 22 hours on this computer. So how far are we? I think I just killed 2 assets. I will see if I get the pop-up. And it should be 9 or 10 gold repair. Yeah, I did it now. Repair. 9 gold repair, so that's not bad, right? I'm gonna bring this back to base. I'm gonna repair it on normal. Start editing the video so I can upload it to YouTube, start sharing it on a few pages. And just to give you an idea, not sure if I said it in this video that I'm recording now, or I said it in the one that failed on me due to the SOS and stuff, but this fleet is badass. These 4 ships, the setup is really badass. The stuff you can do with it, but that will be shown in the next video. As I said before, next video is a Punisher tribute, and this fleet, what it can do, it does raids, it does drag uranium bases, it does drag mining bases, it does Forsaken missions 85, 75. drop war threats on it, fill it up 500% on salvages 71, used it for upgrading your walls, stuff like that. That's what I did, by the way. I took the fleets that I had that could hit salvages on auto. I think I had 4 or 5 at that point. I think 5. I put on each of them a war threats, and then I sent them out and started collecting. Well, I hid it salvages, but I also collected everything that I could find that was open. Took it back home, upgraded walls, put them back out, and so on and so on. And you would be amazed how fast that it goes. It's you can really do a lot of stuff with resources in a very short amount of time, because I'm pretty sure if I would have done it non-stop, but I was busy with the wife and stuff, of course, and the kids, but if I would have done it non-stop, I'm sure that I could have upgraded my 440 walls in less than 6 hours for sure. It's that's how fast that it goes with several fleets. So yeah. Oh, did I put it? No. Yeah, it's repairing. Now I'm gonna go back to slides. So yeah, back on this. So yeah, Defiance of. Not sure what to expect in the future. I know in the last TFC video, well, no, it wasn't the last one, but in one of the shows where GD Riken came explain stuff about what the future of the game is, with the OP8 upgrade, with the turrets upgrade, with the insane amount of armor that we are getting now, with the bypass damage on all turrets that we now have in our base, with almost every base hitting fleet that became obsolete. So I'm not sure what the future holds, but I'm one thing I know, they are gonna change player versus player. I know they want to change stuff for PvE also, player versus environment, but on for the moment, for the last years, I only care about PvE. That's a personal choice. Base hitting is part of the game. I'm not gonna cry if my base gets hits or I see someone hitting. It's part of the game, so no problem with that. Now, what I'm 100% sure of is, if you in this rate you say, I want something good, I'm not sure what to take. I'm a low to mid-level player, but I got alliance members who are willing to help me out, or friends, but I really need info. I'm not sure what to take. I think the best thing that you can take now, and for that I will even swap out back to the game to show you. So game, I think it's the Punisher. The Punisher is in here. Also, where is it? Where? Yeah, Punisher. 13 million points. It's not cheap, okay, but this is truly an amazing hull in my opinion. I got 7 of them, and so yeah, I like it. The stuff that you can do with it is, I just told you what you can do with it. It's really good. Now, if you're going for the Punisher, there are a few things that are always handy to take with it, and that is the railgun. You need to pick that up for sure. Railgun, unless you have the arbalest. If you have the arbalest, that's also good. You can use the arbalest. If not, be sure to put this on it. And what's also good to pick up is either a few gales, could be even gale 1. Good enough if you take if you build a fleet of 4 ships, 2 gales on each, so good enough. You can use hailstorms, but let's face it, those aren't that well, good, accurate compared to the gale. So what's also a must-have, so the hull, the weapon, a countermeasure, and then one special, and that's the siege battery tree. That's also something that I would say. You can use 4 of the D6A, but if you don't have these, you can just pick the regular, I think it's D5A. Fast. This one, D5X. That gives you 33% ballistic, explosive and penetrative defense. The fact that I have 40.9 is that I'm at rank retrofit 15 with this, but that's okay. You can also use heavy plating, but keep in mind that your combat speed will drop. For the rest, if you're using a speed system, or even with the lowest of tech, you can do some really good things with punishers. Even if you drop, let's say that you go for the siege battery, you got 5 specials. So let's say engines 3. Let's take the most noob build that you can take. So let's say you don't have speed system, you take engines 3. You take the D5X, 33% defense, or the D6A, or the something like that. Then next up, the siege battery that I said. Then you gotta start choosing. Don't use automatic loader. The ship is more than able enough to have a good reload. Don't waste that. So either you go with an agility, evade with anti-stun, or the reflective, that's evade plus radioactive defense, or as I said before, noob. If you don't have any of those, use guidance scrambler 3 for evade. Next up, the nuclear accelerators. This gives a combat speed boost, it's a reaver special, and also a ballistic range extension. If you don't have them, use classic hardened barrels 3. They will do the job also. So even with that on it, it will do good. For armor, depends on what you want to hit. If in doubt, use D5U. That will give a defense against explosive, ballistic and missiles. You can use D5R for bonus radioactive defense. You can use, hell, you can even use classic uranium for the researchable one. Just if you have nothing good, but do it, rank it, and afterwards you can always refit it. But I think this is a ship that's now Kixeye is claiming that ships will get a long shelf life. In other words, you will be able to use them longer. But I think this Arbiter, it's a hull you don't want to pass up on. Due to the 500% deflection, assault and siege, you don't want to skip it. I think it's really great, and everything that you need again is in the raid. So for the rest, let me go quickly through it. Well, there was the shards. I want to say that. So yeah, the shards. Today we could have this. It will reset in. Normally it was in 2 hours and a half, but due to the fact that the raid got an extension of 1 day, they also gave an extension to this. Now I'm not sure what to expect. Now redeemed 5-on-5 to give you an idea. For 2 million points, you get 5 shards for the Proto Nemesis. So you can take it 5 times. So 5 times 2 million, that's 10 million. And for 10 million, you will get 25 shards of the Proto Nemesis. I never had it, the hull, so I took it already. Shards, as you can see, 25 of 250. Ghost Crawler will also get shards. The Manowar, you will also be able to get some shards, and the Hellstar. So every super hull you will be able to get some shards. However, you can't get enough shards in this raid to win it. So that's impossible, but still, it's I like the fact where Kixeye is going with this. So, and also that they don't ask too much of it, so it's doable. It's doable in my opinion. Gonna save, going back to my slides to close the video up. So yeah, that was Defiance. That was Defiance. Not much more to talk about. Hope you liked the video. Stay tuned for the next one. As I said before, it will be Punisher Tribute. I'm hoping by the end of next weekend, or well, end of next week, or in 2 weeks. All depends. I need to be able to drop some base parts to load up again and show you stuff. So yeah, for the rest, I hope you have a good raid. and let's face it, I'm kind of hoping that for myself also, that the servers don't crash too much anymore, that the game doesn't get glitched, so that we have a good experience. If you want certain prizes but can't get them, ask your friends, ask your alliance, but also be sure to help others out if you can. But also, it's not that you don't coin, that anybody else has to coin for you. I already said this in the past. So if someone helps you to get, let's say, 3 million points, well, that's nothing. But if somebody helps you to get 30 million points, well, you can always send them a gift of 50 gold, right? It's not that big amount of money for you. 50 gold, you can't get you personally as a mid to low level player can't get anything for 50 gold, but 50 gold will repair the other guy's fleet that helped you. So it's see what I mean? So yeah, until this here I'm gonna quit the video. So this was Wim79 from Battle Pirate Nexus. I hope you liked the video. I hope you didn't mind me talking again about all these things, but well, it's how I do my videos. So enjoy and see you later.